This year has been the most impactful year of my life so far. I've made the most money I've ever made before, have been in the greatest shape and mindset to date. I connected with myself on a deeper level and met a lot of interesting people. I learned a lot from multiple different sources. And I'm going to share with you what I think are the 10 most important things that I've learned this year. Be sure to stick to the end because I kept the best one for last. Lesson number one: the life that you have is the life that you chose. The person I learned this from is Luke Belmar, someone most of you should know already, and if you don't, you should really start watching his content. Here's how he explains it and helps you understand the power that you hold in your life.
You should be upset. You should be upset because the life that you have is the life that you chose, and if you want different options in your life, you have to be willing to make different decisions. You can't do what the peasants do and expect the life of a king.
Everyone has their own reality, and that is built from the choices and decisions that you make. Nothing happens overnight. Lesson number two: how you do anything is how you do everything. You will never be able to handle bigger tasks if you can't do the smaller ones. I feel like many people already know this, but not many people actually practice it. Putting your all in everything that you do, whether you win or lose, leaves no room for regret. I think no matter the outcome of your actions, avoiding regret is one important internal factor that you should always remember with each action and decision that you take. Lesson number three: choose your heroes, mentors, and friends wisely. Ask yourself these questions. Who do you follow, and why do you follow them? What value do they provide in your life? Think about these things when looking for people you will give your attention to. Research them and learn what they've done in their life to reach the points they are currently at. Much like respect, attention should be earned, not given. Lesson number four: dreams with inaction will haunt you more than nightmares. And I'm going to get a bit personal here because I've started practicing recalling my dreams in the morning. And the problem at some point is that I would have the same dream happen over and over and over again. I later realized that there's a reason I keep having this dream. Otherwise, I wouldn't be having this dream anymore. There's something that I need to do to break the loop. That something was taking action. My dreams served as a way to showcase what my life would look like if I accomplish certain things. So I take action and I complete tasks, and then new dreams would appear. Just like Denzel Washington said, dreams without action will just fuel your disappointment. Lesson number five: you can make all the money in the world, but if you don't do what you love or enjoy doing, you will never be happy. Another personal story. In June, I landed a job in the customer service field that was paying me a total of $3,000 a month. Now, this isn't the greatest amount of money, but it's the most I've ever made from a job. And at that point in time, I was in a position where I would say I was making the most out of all of my family members on a monthly basis. I was extremely excited to hear that I'll be making the most money I've ever made before in a month's time, and that all my expenses could be paid for with some additional money on the side for me to do whatever I want with it. Then I started learning a bit about those around me in the workplace and how they got to this position, how their upcoming was, and slowly started hating my job. Now, I did have leftover hatred from being in the customer service field for too long already, but with time, I ended up realizing that I didn't want to do this, nor did I want to be surrounded by these people. It doesn't matter if they were paying me $10,000 a month, hell, even $100,000 a month. That's not something I want to do. Understand that we live in a world where you can make a living doing anything. There are people earning six figures as a lawyer or a doctor. And there's also people earning six figures on stuff like OnlyFans and being, I don't know, like video game streamers and entertainers. Choose what you want to do and you'll be rewarded accordingly. With time, I ended up realizing that what I want to do is be a person of influence, and I want to use my influential power for good. That's why I've picked the route of making videos, because I also enjoy making videos. Tying the two together means that I'd have to be on social media. I'd be making YouTube videos for you guys just like this one. So if you're enjoying the video so far and getting some value, please leave a like. Lesson number 6: Cut out all distractions, but keep one. Now you might be thinking, what does he mean by distractions? And why only keep one? Distractions is anything that takes you away from what really matters. This could be things like playing video games, watching porn, going out a lot, watching TV or movies, and even hanging out with friends. If you have something to do, get it done. Reward yourself after having completed it by picking one distraction that you will allow yourself to consume. I like this because it helps me not feel bad about my own temptations, but also have a sense of control on them as well. Lesson number 7. Being friends with everyone makes you an enemy of yourself. This ties in a bit with lesson 3 of choosing your friends and mentors wisely. It's fine for you to be friendly, but not everyone should or needs to actually become your friend. Have different trust levels in place to properly categorize where each person stands in your life and who has real access to you as well. You're gonna have to pick a specific few people that have that luxury of knowing that much about you. And keeping your circle small keeps it tighter and gives you more breathing room and time to do your own thing as well. Lesson number 8. Acquiring skills makes life 10 times easier. For this example, I want you to think a bit with me. I want you to visualize this. So imagine you're playing a game where you start and at first you have nothing. No stats, no gear, no experience, no resources, nothing. But as you play the game and do specific tasks, you acquire skills. And these skills are only unlocked after reaching certain requirements. The skills you unlock can then be used as many times as you want, as fast as you can physically do it, and paves the way for higher difficulty skills around the same nature. You can also become so good that you start having different skills and are able to stack multiple skills together to basically become OP. Life works exactly the same. So the more skills you acquire, the more high difficulty tasks you're able to complete, which means the more rewards that you're able to get. Lesson 9. Continuously challenge your mind, body, and soul. Become a lifelong learner. Education doesn't end once you're done school. Education is a lifelong thing. You learn things every day, whether you choose to learn it and actually digest the things that you've learned, or you just go through something. You will end up learning something every day as long as you look for it. And challenges are meant to test your current level and prepare you for the next one. The 3 things you can actually consistently work on and upgrade is your mental health, your physical health, and your spiritual health. Now, if you keep challenging those, you will keep upgrading those. And when you keep upgrading those, bigger and better things come your way, the same way that problems that you used to have aren't going to be that much of a problem for you anymore because you've already upgraded past that problem. You've become bigger than the problem itself. For example, I'm 22 years old now. 10 years ago, if I were to be given $100, I would treat it like it's Christmas. I would treat it like I won the lottery. I wouldn't be able to think how I'd be spending $100 that fast. It was a lot of money. At my age now, $100 can be used pretty quickly when you take into account stuff like bills, subscriptions, groceries, and other stuff like that, stuff I need to live. And I know 10 years from now, $100 will probably be play money. So you gotta keep leveling up, you gotta keep challenging your mind, your body, and your soul, because the more you're able to upgrade, the more you're able to handle. And the more you're able to handle, the more you're able to receive. And the last lesson, lesson number 10, in my opinion, the most important. Guard your focus as best as you possibly can, much like how you guard your prized possessions like money or electronics like your phone or the camera, and even your stuff like your car and your house, how you have a key to guard those things. Guarding your focus is the most important thing you can do. We live in a world that's full of distractions and noise. You want to be able to guard your focus from it so that you can use that focus on the right things and not have it be taken away. Understand that you have a limited amount of focus that you can use daily. And that is also something that you can strengthen, but when properly used, even you can change the world. I'm sharing what I learned in hopes that any of the lessons here are things you can learn from yourself and will help you be a better version of yourself. If you want to see more of my journey personally, you can follow me on Instagram at MinestaFinesse, and more of my socials will also be down in the description below, so feel free to check those out. And one question I would just like to ask you guys is, what did you learn this year? Let me know in the comments below. I'll check all of them, because I only want two things for you: to stay blessed and to grind for success. Peace.